Hey, girl. Hey. And how are you, girl? How are you? The dear listeners want to know how you did with the Rona.
Dear listeners, thank you for your well wishes. I got to see them. We weren't joking when we said that we share messages with each other. So thank you for your well wishes. I survived the Rona. I am here. I'm still queer. I might be a little bit gayer.
I do have a question for you. As the last person in Florida to get coronavirus for the first time,
Yes.
how does that make you feel?
Special? I don't know.
I told my boss's boss, we were just chit-chatting about something. I was like, yeah, and my friend in Florida just got coronavirus for the first time. And she looked, she's like, Florida? For the first time? I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
You
There
had
are
to have
still few
had
of us.
something previously. Like you had to have like been non-symptomatic or something. Like, girl.
I mean, I don't know. I actually, I'm not the only one in our little group of. So, dear listeners, we unknowingly had a birthday slash holiday party, and that's where myself and a lot of our friends got it. And I wasn't the only one that got it for the first time. Another person in our friend group also, this is the first time they've had it too.
Yeah.
So there were a couple of us that
See,
managed to.
dear listeners, this is why when you turn 40, you're just too old to go to parties.
I don't want to talk about it. Wasn't my choice. No, I'm just kidding. We had a good time. It was fine.
I know. Until you got the coronavirus.
Je regrette nothing.
What'd you say?
I regret nothing.
Oh, what is that song? Je regret.
Je ne regrette. That's just like that's
Yeah.
basically what it is. I regret nothing.
Yeah. That's one of like three.
No, it was a ride. A couple of those days were real.
Did
They were a ride.
you get the super high fever?
I got a higher fever. I didn't get
Oh.
the super high. One of my friends did get the super high. The 103 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Fortunately I didn't get that.
Yeah, that's that. I got that.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah, just having like a mid-high fever was enough for me, so I can't even.
Yeah.
Ooh, Lord,
But
no.
now you're feeling better.
I am, Henny.
You're
I'm
gonna go
here.
out on the town. You're
Nope,
gonna
not
paint.
gonna do that.
And you're gonna paint the town purple.
Nope, not even gonna do that part. Nope. Can't. I'm gonna stay away from the town.
Oh,
stay away from.
you just couldn't stay home and.
I might after this. This has just confirmed my belief system even more about ever leaving that house.
Well, girl, but you got to think about it, now you're good for like 6 months. Like that plus vaccination, girl, you good. You just.
Oh, that's true. I can go make out with everybody.
I mean,
Everybody.
you did get the monkeypox vaccination, right?
I did get the monkeypox.
Then you're good, girl.
Yeah. Awesome. Now I can go to third base. Thank you, monkeypox.
She's still not going to show her knees, dear listeners.
No.
She's going to go all the way third base without revealing her knees.
Until they see my knees, I'm going to go home. I got to go home.
She doesn't know what third base is just mid calf.
This is too far.
It goes ankle, just above the ankle, mid calf. Oh no, I'm done.
Nothing you're saying is inaccurate right now. Nothing.
It's just a layer of petticoat she takes off.
How did you know I wear petticoats?
Really, girl? Have you met you?
Sorry. I just like how they make it a little bit bigger.
I
Like,
know A-frame dresses and petticoats. A-frame dresses and petticoats. You have a style.
I'm a lady. That's why when I whip out those bodycon dresses, they always kind of impact people more because they're like, "Whoa, where's all this coming from?"
Dear listeners, it's still below the knee.
I have one that's above the knee.
I
do have
know,
one.
and I clap my hands at it.
I was just afraid of it going up too far.
I purposefully said, "Wow, that looks good."
No, I know you did. And the subtlety was
It
noted.
wasn't subtle.
I know. I know. I was being subtle just then.
Not very well.
I'm not a good actor.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I'm not. It's my whole life.
Oh, girl, that's so that happened this past week. And dear listeners, that's really all that happened. I mean, did you have anything else happen, Maim?
All I got. That's
Been
I mean, my entire.
The Rona, dear listeners, get vaccinated.
Please get vaccinated.
Don't listen to Joe Rogan.
Yeah, please get vaccinated. I truly,
unlike some of Mames's friends.
Truly, do get vaccinated. I can't. Like, I didn't feel that terrible, but like, I honestly can't imagine if my body didn't have like a little bit of resistance to this, what that could have been like. So
yeah.
Please, y'all, please get vaccinated.
Yeah, and I mean, you got to think. We both, Maim and I, have pre-existing conditions.
Mm-hmm.
She's black and I'm a bitch.
And neither one of us get a handicap sticker for that. Neither one of us. I hate you so much. Oh, that was perfect timing.
Oh, hey, Maim, speaking of perfect timing,
which this is not.
Did you know that we have a Patreon?
Say what?
Dear listeners, if you go to patreon.com, Mims and Maim, you can throw us some money. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you know that we have another podcasts?
I did. Okay.
That's right. We have You Slay Me, a Murder, She Wrote podcast, and it should be live because it is live now. Because I accidentally released it. We have We Object, an Ally McBeal podcast. And dear listeners, if you're a patron, you can see us in the lightest of drag recording, like video of us recording We Object.
Such light drag.
Which we need to work out the next episode of We Object since you're going on that trip.
And we could do it tomorrow. But
I'll see you for free.
Yeah.
Are you free?
I am free. Don't get me started.
I mean, we could do an
I want to do it so bad.
Drag version of that. You could be Mrs. Brahms and I'll be Mrs. Slocum.
Why do I have to be Mrs. Brahms?
Because you're going to be in drag. Who else you going to be?
I don't know. What's his name? Beryl that does the vacuuming. It's always cutting up with Harry.
You could.
I could be all of the cleaning ladies. I'll just keep changing my hair and my bonnet.
Okay, Mrs. Brahms. Hey, Maim.
She never got married, girl. Yes.
Sean.
It never does not cut us up. Every single time.
It is so bad. That episode went so off the rails. Like it was their last season. It was their last episode, wasn't it?
It was the very last episode.
Yeah, and it was time. Hey, babe.
Yes.
Did you know that we have merchandise?
Say what?
YouHaveBeenFlamed.com. Buy something. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Maim.
Mm-hmm.
Maim.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I love?
5-star reviews.
That's right, dear listeners. 5-star reviews. Let's go and look, see if we have one right now, because I haven't looked in a second.
Oh, gosh.
Ra-ta-ta-ta-ta. Let's go to Pod Rover. Here's Pod Rover. Dear listeners, this is not sponsored. It's just no. Hey, Maim, we don't have any more written reviews.
Not even sympathy ones.
But no, not even sympathy ones. No. Oh,
feel bad for me. Give us a
Feel
review.
bad for me, Argentina. The truth is I never left you.
So are we going to go see that Imelda Marcos musical? I feel like the two of us should, based on like our childhood.
Where's it? Is it off Broadway?
No, it's on Broadway.
It's on Broadway?
Yeah.
Okay, is Manila Luzon gonna be the star?
No.
Mm.
The guy from what is it? The guy from How to Get Away with Murder that played the white guy's lover.
I never watched that show.
What?
Again, Viola Davis does not do it for me.
No, but it's a good mystery show. I think you'd like you're not that excellent. Other than this, you're not related to mystery shows.
Yeah, girl, what Viola Davis in a mystery show? What are you trying to get me to watch?
I mean, it's pretty.
She does this a lot. Oh.
She does actually, and she takes off her wig a lot.
She does.
That alone is where those moments are everything. That's when you know she's about to have a moment, girl.
This is season 4, episode 26. Have faith.
I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. And that's Marjorie. Just so you will know, and your children will someday know, is the night the lights went out in Georgia. The lights went out, the lights went out, the lights went out, the lights went out. And that is the night the lights went out in Georgia.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Well, now you do.
We're at Sugarbakers.
Sugarbakers.
And Anthony is taking a group of boys from the Home for Wayward Boys on an outing. So he asked for some time off this week.
Well, that's nice of Anthony.
Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice?
No.
Well, previously they went to the zoo and they stole some stuff from the reptile house. He hopes it doesn't happen again.
Oh, okay. Well, that is an issue. Stealing things. Yes.
Yeah. Well, Charlene's late, and Mary Jo apologizes.
Why is Mary Jo apologizing?
Well, the highway was backed up, and, there was a police car in front of them, and nobody would pass them. So they were just sort of like a NASCAR, like, pace car. Just nobody would go around. And that is something I did learn, even though it's illegal. Police. That's why police cars always speed.
Oh, so the people don't do that.
Mm-hmm. That's why police cars always speed on the interstate, so people don't do that.
I know about that.
Yeah, they should.
I did not know that.
Thing is, if they wanted people to follow the speed limit, they should just, go the speed limit.
I guess, but, people are very paranoid.
It's true. It's true.
That's all I can say about that. People are paranoid.
Well,
Crazy ninnies.
Anthony's like, minority groups are more likely to be stopped in a search. And Suzanne said, you're always complaining and you're never happy.
No comments.
To which he said, well, I do. People do think I can dance better than what I can.
I mean, stereotypes are there.
It's true. Just all over the place.
Just like this episode.
Can you dance, girl?
I can jiggle a little bit.
You used to be able to dance.
I can still dance. That's fine.
Okay,
I can still dance.
Okay.
I'm not like but I mean, within the context of this conversation that we're having, dear listeners, I'm not like some kind of like formal, like drag death droppy kind of dancer. I just dance.
She could do a grapevine and shake her ass.
I can. Ooh, honey. Come on now. Get me at a cookout. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I could right now, not that y'all could view it, I could do a Maim signature move when she gets filled out. Am I a liar?
No.
Arm over her head bopping, back and forth, step touching left and right. Mm-hmm.
You ain't lying.
Girl, I can't move. I'm very white. I'm very white. Very white. Acapulco. Are you surprised at that? Nobody is.
Vera White sounds like it'll be a great drag name.
Vera White?
Vera White.
We now know what Candy Muse should have named herself.
I'm sure she should have named herself Kitten Wig.
Finger wave.
Most appropriate.
Those finger waves.
Finger wave, Henny.
Girl, those finger.
Who's that coming up on the stage? Oh, that's finger wave, girl. That's just finger wave.
You have to be so small to wear finger waves. Like you have to be have a petite head and face.
Like a 1930s flapper.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Even or have just a round face. Like I think Lizzo could probably wear a finger wave because she's got a round face.
I can see that a little bit, yeah.
Or
I can see it.
Or like make a huge wig that's just finger waves everywhere, but like make it a solid piece.
Oh, that would be so cool.
Do you see what I'm saying? Yes. Or like stack it all the way, baps that shit up is what I'm saying.
I love the idea of that.
Yeah.
I really love the idea of that.
Well, Suzanne thinks that Charlene's probably with the baby because she just spends more time with that baby, worrying if it's what it needs to eat, if it's choking. She probably likes that baby more than she likes us.
How dare she like her baby?
How dare she? How dare she?
I mean, I would be lying if I said that didn't have that same feeling occasionally when friends have babies. It's like, gosh, we never see them anymore, and then have to like check myself and be like, they have a baby. Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Maybe they weren't your friend to begin with.
That's probably more accurate.
Mm-hmm.
That's my life. Sad times for me. When are you gonna have a baby? I found on the internet that one of our mutual friends is trying to adopt a baby, and I was like, oh, okay.
They've been trying for a while.
No, I gathered from the timeline.
Mm-hmm. That's a different conversation. So it's a little bit later. Charlene's here. Her rear tires in shreds because you know those signs that say "Do not back up." It'll cause severe tire damage.
I do, yeah.
Well, she backed up and there was severe tire damage.
Oh, Charlie.
She's like, it used to be you had a little attendant with a bow tie that was black that would come out to the car and like help you with a smile on their face. They were black. And that doesn't happen anymore because of civil rights.
Oh, remember that in old movies, right? Movies from the 70s and the 60s. There's always like that dude, always. Tipping his hat, like, hey. It's like,
Hello, sir. How are you?
Do that anymore.
I'm not going to do the accent because that would be a racism.
Yeah, because the accent that they made them do was
a racism. A racism. Well, Bonnie Gray called a tow truck for her, and you know, Mary Jo, she knows you.
Bonnie Gray, why do I know that name?
She goes to your church.
Oh well, I haven't been to church in a while actually, so I kind of remember. Oh Lord.
Mary Jo apologizes.
Yes, for not going to church.
For not going to church. Mary Jo got out of the habit of going. As a child, she would always, go to church, go to Sunday school. When's the last time you went to church?
Isn't this when the Jeopardy music's supposed to play?
I'm just asking for your mama.
You ain't got to ask. She asked me herself. You ain't got to ask me for her. You ain't got to ask me for her.
I know.
Myth Bertha. Actually, wait. I went to church like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, you did? What kind of church?
Remember the service that I was a part of?
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I haven't been to church in a long time.
So it's been a long time.
And my grandmother
Been a
hadn't
long
either.
time. Did you look into?
And let me tell you a story about the Statesville Catholic Church.
Oh no!
And this is me calling some people out because I was very pissed at them. So when my aunt was dying, did I tell you this?
No.
And we were trying to find somebody to perform last rites because we're Catholic. So we called the Statesville Catholic Church, and they said, "Well, we're sorry. You it looks as though you haven't, given to this church in a while, and you haven't been here, and we're very busy today, so we don't have a priest that can come out. Thank you." And I was like, and it was the priest that called us and said that. And I was like, we had been members of that church for 40 years now, 50,
very
50,
long, like
60,
our entire life.
Yeah. My mom and aunt's in pretty much entire life too. So, well, since they moved back to Statesville, so 50 years. There you go, 50 years. Yeah. That did not go over well with my grandmother or mother. We did find they did find one. She was in Winston at the time at Baptist. They did find a Haitian priest who was nearby to do it. But at the same time, it was like,
wow.
Yeah.
You had to find a freaking like very outsider.
Yeah,
to help.
Exactly. Like, it was just somebody I was messaging anybody I knew who, in the area who was a minister trying to get me some help. The nurses were all trying to get help. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That is
not very Christian, as I understand it.
I seem to remember like that does not qualify as being very Christian behavior to me either.
And you know what? It would have been a thing had it been, I think it was like a Friday. Or Thursday. I don't believe it could have been a Sunday. It could have been Sunday, but it was later. It was later in the afternoon. Yeah, I think it was later in the afternoon on Sunday. But still, what were you, drunk watching the game? Anyway, I apologize. I digress. Let's move on. Sorry.
Yeah, let's move on. That's not very good. I don't like it. Once again, though, that's probably what contributed to Mary Jo, who is a divorced mother.
Yeah, girl, you suddenly went. Oh, you're still recording, and how can I not hear you? What?
I don't know.
Oh, now you're back.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that contributed to Mary Jo's pulling back.
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah. So Charlene used to pray a lot, and she used to like hear about bad things on the radio or on the television. She used to stay up all night praying. She nearly had to drop out of elementary school. Well, Charlene invites them to go to church with her.
Wow.
And Suzanne's like, you should go with Anthony. He goes to one of those rip-roaring, crawling on the ground churches. Mm-hmm. And Anthony's like, I'm Episcopalian. The only thing we crawl on the ground for is a golf ball.
That was the best line of the whole episode.
It really was. It really was. I don't. We had at my Catholic church, we had a black family. The one. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes my dad went when he was feeling especially Catholic.
Mm-hmm.
He had those fluctuations.
Yeah. The one. They always went to the very early morning mass. Which was the one that people didn't sing at. They just had a guitar. Yeah. But you were part of the best part about going to the early morning one, which was at 8:00 on Sunday. You were done in 40 minutes.
Oh wow!
Yeah, the 10:30 one lasts an hour.
I can't imagine. So, dear listeners, Mims and I went to two very different churches. The church that Suzanne was just joking about that's the church that I went to. In fact, I didn't know that other churches operated in any other kind of way for a long time of my life. Yeah. You came to church with me once, didn't you?
At the cornerstone service.
Yeah,
And you were falling asleep, and I'm like, how are you falling asleep during this?
Because I'm used to it.
Yeah.
It's like immunity to snake bites.
So Catholic
it's
Church moves so fast, it's kind of hard to fall asleep during.
Yeah, I mean, but you guys like do a lot of getting up and sitting down too.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, we don't do that, right? Like we stand like twice, I think, and then that's it. And
Girl,
then
you telling me that some of those people ain't standing up during the service?
No. The people that are they're into it, they stand up a lot.
Yeah.
But like, if you're not, if you're just, you're not the first person to comment on the fact that it seemed almost miraculous how I could fall asleep.
No, but you're not the first person to tell me that. I've known several, of the wayward souls as you and I are, who would fall asleep at a black church. Like they grew up and they were like, that minister would just start and his voice just put me right to sleep. Like I knew I had about an hour and a half sleep right there, and I took it.
Yeah, I never got that. My mom made sure I did not sleep through that whole thing.
And I mean, Catholics have, I don't know if you know this, Catholics have exactly which part of the Bible they're going to read scheduled out over 3 years.
What?
Yeah, like you get the whole Bible in 3 years.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
then you just repeat it again?
Repeat again.
Okay.
Yeah, you get Old Testament, Psalm, one of the letters, and then New Testament.
And then it just starts over again.
Just starts over again.
Huh.
Specific passages, just every thing. Yep.
I remember at our church, we kept going over and over and over passages of Timothy because it talked a lot about tithing and giving money.
Funny, just a little, the sidebar. How that was what the Protestants wanted to get rid of.
Strange, isn't it?
Required tithing, and then y'all were like, oh, you know what? Bring that 10% right on back.
Required to give us money? Requirements? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's dig into that.
Look at it right there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I remember. Oh, girl. Anyway, let's. This is. So
we're both unwrapping a lot of trauma today.
Yeah, like I was getting ready to go over a conversation I had with one of our old classmates about being saved, and they looked at me and have you accepted Jesus into your heart? I'm like, I guess. Are you saved? What does that even mean? Well, it means that you accept Jesus. You can do whatever you want to, and you're going to go to heaven. I'm like, wait. My brain, you can do whatever you want to. Yes, because you're repentant afterwards immediately. I guarantee you, some of those guys that you have in your church that have raped women aren't very repentant.
No, those fellas are not repentant.
I mean, here's the secret to all of it. There is no hell. That's the good old, kind of hidden secret in all the writings and stuff. There really isn't a hell. Boom.
But I saw it in a movie.
Well, we're at church. And the sermon really impressed Mary Jo.
Okay, it's nice.
And Charlene looks at Suzanne, looks at Julia. Notice Suzanne is not here.
No, Suzanne's not getting up for this.
And says, you would be a good minister, but I don't think you could handle the counseling, because a guy would come in being abusive to his children or having trouble with his wife, and you would just send him through the wall. Now, there's a problem I have with ministers. They just get the protect, like, oh, you abused a child, you hit a child, and you're protected. They do not have to report it because it's within the church.
I mean, honey, half of them though. Let's be very frank here. Half of them preach that stuff from their pulpit. And spare the rod, spoil the child, and all that stuff. Mm-hmm.
Other way around.
All of the they ain't sparing nobody.
Yeah,
because if it's the child, it's also the wife.
Yeah. Just make sure it's in front of City Hall, and the stick's not bigger than your thumb. You can beat the hell out of them. Mm-hmm. Well, I did not expect this episode to make me go through this much.
It causes a lot of unpacking of things.
Girl,
it really does.
Dear listeners,
even as I was watching, as I was watching the episode, I was like,
I didn't know such bad actors would make us go through this.
Well, we got to focus on something.
Oh God, we meet Sally.
Hi, Sally. How are you, honey?
And she goes up to Mary Jo, and she's like, "Oh my God, all visitors get a corsage."
Oh, okay.
And Deanne brings over this huge yellow corsage and pins it on her.
Gross.
And immediately they try to get Mary Jo to do shit for the church.
Like that afternoon.
And Mary Jo, first of all, this is a Baptist church. Mary Jo is not even Baptist.
Nope.
And Julia just looks at him and goes, I just like to tell you with all the Christian love in my heart, back off.
That felt like something you would say.
It is true. It is true. Well, first of all, I would not be going to a Baptist church. Well, okay, let me be very specific. This is probably a Southern Baptist church.
Oh, definitely.
Which I have. Part of the reason the Southern Baptist and Baptist split was because the Southern Baptists still want to have slaves. And they did eventually come around at the time of MLK. Kinda. I mean, I know a couple Southern Baptist ministers that are in fact still very racist.
Shocking.
But yeah, but I don't think I've ever been inside of a Southern Baptist church.
Ever?
Mm-mm.
I have.
Well, no, you did voice at one of them, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh no, I don't know if First Baptist Southern, or if it's just Baptist.
No, they're Southern.
Okay.
Yeah, no, they're Southern.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm.
I remember those days. Mm. Used to have fun out there doing my little shuck and jive. That's the only person of color to take voice lessons at that church. Here's Josh doing a jazz song, everybody. Oh yes.
Were you the only one doing a jazz song?
Oh yes. I didn't get taught actual like formal operatic style. They deemed me to be you have more of a jazz voice. So I never got the same lesson path.
I mean, girl, it could have been that you just sounded like a big old queer non.
Some people.
It may not be a black thing. It may be a queer thing.
Oh no! I mean, it could be either one of those things.
Although I do. The other people that went there also had gay voice, if I remember correctly.
Oh, gayer voices.
Because was it there the tall gay, and then the really short gay?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the plus size gay.
So
don't nobody know these people.
Charlene's like half the people. Well, girl, we got a couple of listeners in Statesville. Half the people here are guys, and there's a singles group. What?
Oh my gosh, a Christian singles group? Yes.
Christian singles
please.
Group. Oh, I never knew them.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Yeah.
They were part of the more of the chorus pod of people.
And Mary Jo's like, I really enjoyed this. I'm ready to leave, but I really enjoyed it, and I got to wear a mum the size of my head. So it's very exciting.
I love those types of bums.
So then we meet Reverend Chapman.
Well, hi, Reverend Chapman. Nice to meet our friend Mary Jo.
He was up a little late last night watching SNL.
Oh, a preacher watching Saturday
He loves the church lady.
What?
That's
heaven, crazy.
Down to hell.
This is crazy.
Up to heaven, down to hell.
Those were good days.
Those were good days. Mary Jo, so Charlene and Julia go off and get coffee for everybody, and Mary Jo kind of reads his sermon to filth.
Nice.
She does, in a very polite way.
Mm-hmm.
And then he immediately asks her on a date to go see the Bravs.
The Bravs. Oh, the Braves. Okay.
Yeah. And Mary Jo and Charlene come back, and Charlene's like, Reverend, you should really try to get her to come to this church. She really liked the sermon. And Mary Jo's just like, you've missed a few steps. We're already dating.
Which I feel like in a parallel universe where this was written a little bit better, there would have been just a little bit of a moment with Char.
You just read Linda Bloodworth Thompson's sermon to filth. Go on.
All right. But I do feel like Charlene would have had a reaction to this because she's very like, this like she's like working this whole holier than thou episode. It just seems very strange that she's just like, I'm all for it. I'm like, would you be like that?
It's kind of funny that like last episode before that, they were talking about some sex, and now they're finding Jesus.
Yeah. Literally, it's almost like these episodes don't actually have a continuation to them.
Yeah.
Like
So it's up later on at Sugar Bakers.
Sugar Bakers.
Charlene nags Mary Jo about her third date with the Reverend.
Oh, third date already? My goodness, Mary Jo.
And Mary Jo kind of sighs, and Suzanne's like, you don't like him? And Mary Jo's like, of course I like him. Who wouldn't like a minister? And Charlene says, well, I wouldn't go on a date with Jim Baker. But I always thought Jimmy Swaggart was kind of sexy. But he thought he was sexy too. That was kind of the problem.
I both love it and hate that joke.
Yeah, I do too. Oh, Jimmy Swaggart, gross.
Exactly. That's what I mean. It's just like
gross.
Dear listeners, if you don't remember Jimmy Swaggart, then you need to go back and
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Everybody should occasionally.
You know what? What's happening with now that Pat Robertson's dead, what's happening with his channel? 700 Club. What's happened 700 Club?
I don't know. It's the 707 Club now. I don't know.
Wonder how much money he made.
Too much money. He made lots and lots of money off of that.
So much money. Oh, God. Well, Mary Jo's having impure thoughts about Eugene.
Oh, Mary Jo.
I know his name is Eugene.
Of course it is.
She feels bad about lying to him. She even lied about an outfit that she just bought. She's like, he was like, oh, I really like that outfit. She's like, yeah, I've had it for a long time. And she had to stop herself. She's like, no, actually, this is, I just bought this to impress you. It's Suzanne in the background. Well, that's just plain stupid.
Agreed. Totally agreed with that, Suzanne. Very
like, well, that's, yeah. Yeah.
I don't even have a good joke for that. Oh, hello, phone's ringing, kind of. Can I hear the phone ringing? I can't really hear it that well.
Better? Is it picking it up?
Get it closer. Closer. The dear listeners can't hear it. Is it making noise?
It is.
For some reason, it's not picking up on the mic this time.
Well, I recorded all this. Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine.
Okay, that's fine. Well, I'm so sorry. But
I'm used to it.
It's Eugene.
Oh my God, Eugene.
He invites Mary Jo to the game. It's Bat Night.
Oh.
Bat Boy's the star.
What is Bat Night? What does that mean in baseball?
They get free little bats and stuff. Like there's little bats. Little signed bats and little bats and Batmen and Bat Boys and just bats. Just
it's bats, everybody. Bats.
Just bats.
Bats, sweetie. Bats,
darling. Bats. Do you get it now?
Oh man. I needed that.
You're welcome. So we're at the game now.
Okay.
We found out that Mary Jo likes all sports except for boxing.
Mm-hmm.
She says the word but, and Mary Jo's like, I know that's in the Bible, that thou shalt not cuss.
Well, it doesn't really say that in the Bible, does it?
No. Then she talks about two streakers going, I know some priests that could, like, throw down with some cussing.
I know. Yeah, me too.
Like, it's not there, as long as it's about anger. Anyway, there was a story about two streakers. The men went through and they were like, oh, this is an abomination. The women went through and that's the best doubleheader ever.
It's called religious double standards. It's immorality.
Yeah.
Misogyny, Mary Jo. It's just misogyny.
So they're in line to get food and they order 2 hot dogs and 2 Cokes.
The way you say Cokes.
Cokes.
Every once in a while, I forget how southern your accent is. And then there'll be that one word.
I did add a little bit onto that.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
Whew.
Cokes. Is that better?
No, it's fine. It was
2 hot dogs, 2 Cokes.
That's so much.
I did figure out one of the songs that I'm going to sing if we do go to karaoke.
Yeah.
I will be singing probably Rocky Top.
I love that song.
I know.
Rock it top, fantasy. I do.
It's
I love it.
It sounds fake when you do it, even though you're from Statesville.
Everything Southern does. Everything I say sounds wrong.
It does to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And after he orders, Mary Jo says something. She says "yay" or something. She's like, "Well, that must be one of your favorite words, because yea, though I go to the shadow of the valley of death," or whatever that line is. Well, faint and swoon, they gave them beer
instead of Coke.
Cokes.
Cokes.
It's up. It's right here. The back of your tongue goes up. Cokes. There you go.
Cokes.
There you go.
Cokes.
There you go.
Dear listeners, we grew up our entire life in the same place.
Well, not exactly the same place.
Okay. Yes, that's true. We were on different sides of the fictional tracks.
Girl, those tracks are, you were still technically on the good side.
I know
of the
that, but
track.
I said I'm just giving give them a visual of his.
So, dear listeners, there are in Statesville, North Carolina,
Actual train tracks.
There's actual train tracks and a street that was made back in the 50s called Gardner Bagnall Boulevard. And it was to separate the white people and the black people in the city. There have been numerous opinion pieces written by them woke liberals by mostly African Americans talking about the story of two Statesvilles. It is very interesting how, like, there have been talks of splitting South Statesville into a separate city, town, so that they could, actually do stuff for themselves. Like rather than be controlled by the white people. Yeah. Hasn't gone nowhere.
I got to. Hey, no, he ain't going nowhere. Ain't gonna go nowhere.
No. Especially because all the rich people moving Troutman North are like starting to slowly encroach and displace people. It is very.
I told you that it was going to creep up from the south to the north. I told you.
The south is rising again.
South is rising again, honey.
Yeah, it's so they're it's like coming up along 21 and going to move like the African Americans, I guess, out east to west.
That's so wild to me.
Toward the industrial areas.
Good old states will keep on
Good old states.
Statesville.
And I mean, you can all see it in Durham. 147 was built through the middle of the city to separate black people from white people.
Yep.
Like it's not just Southern problem too. Like this happens up north too.
It's everywhere.
Look at Baltimore. The entire city of Baltimore, it has a street that goes through it. On one side's white, one side's black, and you can't turn around easily. Mm-hmm. Well, Anthony's here.
Thank God.
Why
does he look like that?
He's in a crop top, sleeveless shirt with
fat ass. By the way,
some jeans.
I was not expecting all that.
No shoes. He said they stole his wallet and his Reebok Air Pump sneakers.
I had those.
I wanted them.
My uncle got them for me for Christmas.
Weird ass feet and high tops did not work.
I know. I mean, we wouldn't have got if I didn't have a rich uncle. I would have never got them myself. And
so Mary Jo's like, "Why are you? Well, I thought they got your pants too." He's like, "Yes. What did you think? I came here in Calypso pants." I love that.
Who would have known Nostradamus Anthony 30 years earlier would be literally doing the style of men's pants right now?
It's true. Well, they decide to take Anthony home because they don't want to be seen with him during the game.
That was a good line. I was glad. I enjoyed that line.
Oh, and Mary Jo throwing on her sunglasses to leave. So yeah. Well, we're at Mary Jo's now for a very long scene that could have been done in 2 minutes. We find out that her children are with their friends.
Okay.
And Mary Jo goes on. She's gone on through this entire episode, but she mentions not having sex again. Like, she hadn't had sex in a while. She doesn't have sex. She hadn't had sex. She doesn't have sex. I began to think that Mary Jo doesn't have sex.
Mary Jo, are you asexual? We have some friends you could talk to.
So she admits to liking Eugene a lot, but she doesn't feel good enough for him.
Oh.
Well, he likes her too, and he's just a dude who does all these random ass things, like, and eats Oreos in bed, something that would be a no from me. You do not bring crumbs into my bed. That's how you get ants in the bedroom.
I mean, I'm up for a third.
A third what, crumb?
Yeah, I don't know. That was a very joke.
That wasn't a good joke. And he admits he's a widower too.
That part, I felt like we glossed over that to the point that it's like, this is your fourth date and this just came up for the first time?
Yeah, he lost his child to a car accident. To a car. That's not the proper verbiage, but it works. Whatever.
He lost his wife and son in a car accident.
To a car accident. So his wife was very much like Mary Jo, like very much, yeah. He very much like Mary Jo, and very spiritual like Mary Jo. You think I'm spiritual? And then they kiss.
What a wonderful line reading that was.
Mary Jo asked for some ground rules, like, I know you can kiss. Do you get a certain number? What about sex? Blah, blah, blah. He's like, wait. I still have my penis. I'm abstaining, you see. I'm abstaining from sex. So I don't give in to the sins of the flesh.
Now put your tongue down my throat right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, but you could put your tongue somewhere else, too.
Booty hole.
Booty. Oh, God. So Mary Jo says, why am I uptight about dating a nice guy? And he's like, I don't know, but I'll try to help. They kiss. Do 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 do. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you find yourself a Miss Georgia World?
I'm going to give it to Anthony Bouvier in
In
his
the Calypso
Man
pants.
outfit.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I was like, dad ass girl.
I was really like, I mean, like Anthony's more shapely than I realized he was back then. Like very shapely.
Well, girl, he's got to wear all that drag, and he's not
true,
padded.
Girl. That's true, girl. Oh my, he's like Monet Exchange. Anthony walks so Monet could run. Oh,
proud cow stunning.
Slowly, proud cow.
Babe, I've got an important question for you. Did you like this episode?
It's okay.
No.
That's all I got.
No, this is trash. This episode is horrible. It's incongruent. It doesn't like follow, like Mary Jo was too good for him. My husband said a very important thing. A very important thing back then. Mary Jo's hot. Oh, yeah. Charlene is hot. Why are they going after these dumpy kind of boring ass looking men?
Because it's still remnants of the 80s in which women were looking for security and not sexuality.
Yeah, Linda Bloodworth Thompson's not supposed to be about that. So why'd she do this?
Oh, I know what she's not supposed to be about, but she has proven to us time and time again that she is definitely about that.
Yeah, it's this is
like, I know what she's not supposed to be about. But let's be real clear here. There's a lot of reinforcement of a lot of things on these episodes.
I'm gonna say it one mo again. Hey, Maim.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell our dear listeners where they can find you?
Okay. Hello, dear listeners. It is I, Auntie Maim, your favorite relation. You can find me on the social media at Auntie Maims with an S. You can find me hosting the amazing Colossal Karaoke Show every Thursday night at Killer Idol in Miami's South Beach area. I've never know how to talk about that area because I'm like a local now at this point, but it's weird when I say it to other people.
South Beach. You could just
South
say
Beach.
South
Yeah,
Beach.
say
That
South
everybody
Beach. Okay.
South Beach is where it is. Not Miami.
Beach. There
South Beach is a place that everybody knows.
Okay, fine. South Beach. I do improv comedy and stand up at the Villain Theater in Miami. More about them at villaintheater.com. And lastly, you can find me co-hosting the It's Happening Out talk show on It's Happening Out, which you can find in all your social media channels and on YouTube. Now over to you, Mims.
Hey, y'all, I'm Divine Miss Mims. You can find me online at Divine Miss Mims or the Divine Miss Mims. We got all kind of screwed up there for a little bit, and we'll find out if it gets fixed. I'm also on X right now. I'm probably going to delete all of our X accounts because I just can't deal with Elon Musk and X. Hey, Maim.
Ooh, yes.
Did you know that we have a Patreon?
What?
That's right, Maim. You didn't. Dear listeners, you go to patreon.com, Mims and Maim, and throw some money at Maim. Did you know that we have another podcasts? That's right, Maim. We have You Slay Me. It's a Murder, She Wrote podcast. And we object an Ally McGurk's podcast.
Good Lord.
I don't know why this joke is still going.
This is going like a lot.
Hey, Maim.
Yeah.
Did you know that we have merchandise?
What?
If you go to MimsName.com, you can buy something. Hey, Maim.
Yeah.
Do you know what I love?
5-star reviews.
That's right, 5-star reviews. Dear listeners, if you like us and you love us and you want some more of us, please, please, please leave us a 5-star review. It really helps us like a bra. It lifts and separates. It lifts and separates.
It lifts and separates.
And Maim, did you know that you can reach us?
Oh, yeah. That's new.
That's right. Dear listeners, you can send us an email at mimsandmaim@gmail.com or send us a text message at 704 380-0618. Maim, do you have anything else to add?
I don't think so.
Then why don't you say goodnight, Maim?
Good night, Mame.
Bye, y'all!